Uh, hey, Castro,
Hmm.
have you gotten have you gotten used to how the cars work here?
As in,
Everything's on the right.
I don't drive.
No drive? Oh man. Let's go find someone who drives. Hey everyone, welcome to a scene in Darkness in Dublin. This is going to be a scene for the Werewolf venue, and our two ragabashers are going to go looking for someone that drives on the set.
Why do I get the feeling that I'm going to end up with you in a convenience store?
I mean, do you want to?
I'm not going to say no, but I have a feeling that that's going to happen.
Well, let's see. It's fine. You'll be fine. Trust me.
There's a moving bush.
Amani points the Labras. It's a wooden Labras, a wooden training Labras at the bush.
The bush is
Can,
silent.
can you said the bush moves, right?
It kind of shivers, like it quivers. That's the right word. It quivers,
Okay.
like someone is preparing to jump.
Who is that? Can you
Something in
come
the
out to
bushes, huh?
this?
Kestrel will pull up pick up a large rock from the ground, toss it up in the air once, catch it, look at the bush. Bottom of the ninth, Gathra steps up to the plate. She winds up
Jump!
and
Oh! Roll initiative.
If you want to.
We're not
bottom of
actually going to fight, but if you're
No.
jumping, like it seems like there's going to be a jump and a throw.
Well, there's going to be a pounce that's pouncing out of the bushes on top of you.
Who's you,
It's
Amani?
playtime. Either of you that volunteers to be pounced upon.
I'll fucking take the pounds from Pounce.
You can take the pounce. Pounce! Poof!
Contact! It's just deer in headlights as she's down with the lupus on top of her.
Who is gonna smell Imani thoroughly, like wet nose in the face, in the neck, in the hair.
Oh, okay. You smelling the hair? It's a lot of product in there. A lot of stuff in there keeping the hair good. Um,
Jumps back.
the other thing you get is oh holy shit, that's a lot of Silent Strider pure breed.
She doesn't know what Silent Strider is, but a lot of strange, strong smells
Oh,
and dirty smells.
the way I like to imagine it is like a rose in the desert.
Cool. So yeah, Pounce will back away as soon as the nose hits the hair and the product, and she stiffs and breezes and takes a few steps back and then a pause at her nose. Why you destroy fur?
This is the only way to protect my fur.
Who are you?
Who are you?
I ask first.
I asked second, and two's greater than one.
What's two?
More than one.
What's one?
One and one put together, which makes two, which is more than one.
There's more ones than there's two in two.
But the value of 2 is greater than 1.
Not if there are many ones.
If there are many 1s, then they stop being 1s.
No, there can still be ones.
No.
Yes.
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 We're gonna keep doing that for a while, guys.
Just sitting there watching, just like tennis matching between the two of them.
Yes.
No.
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 No.
No. Good.
No. Yes.
Chill.
I believe counts. That means that you've lost.
No, I don't lose. I am strong.
I'm not really sure what to do with this one sometimes.
You can give me bacon. Bacon is good.
Testing.
Test.
I good.
Yeah.
I can hear your inane bullshit from a mile away. What the fuck is going on?
I'll start sniffing. Again, rather thoroughly. Who are you?
Leon.
Leon. Okay. And she'll look back to hair product girl. Not that hard telling who you are.
Right. Cleoth, Shadow Lord, Arun.
Pounce blinks because she's not been taught all of that. So she's like, okay, what to do with this? What's that?
Hospice, tribe, and rank.
Can you eat
Oh.
that?
You hear laughter from about 20 feet away from you guys.
You must be a cub.
Pounce's ears
I
kind of
don't-
twitch towards the laughter.
I don't think that person over there is a cub. They don't have the look of a cub. Hey! Hey, you! Over there.
I step out from behind a tree or a bush. Yes.
Are you a cub?
Yes.
Damn.
Are you guys done with the tennis match?
Yes.
Okay.
She looks at Imani, kind of expecting her to say no.
Kester just looks down at him and just shake her head like, don't do it. We'll be here all day. Don't do it.
So what's going on?
Who are you?
I am Delia. Black Fury Hamid. think Philodox is what I was told.
Can you eat that?
I don't think so. I don't think it would taste very good.
Oh,
Are you hungry?
She's always hungry.
yes.
I dig through my pockets and look for something that she might eat. Find probably some crackers with cheese on them. I offer her one. Try them, they're not too bad. Watch the fingers.
Licks the fingers.
She looks at them, looks at you, and then wipes her hands on her pant leg with this look of yay.
Hey, you'll actually see Pounce do something extremely odd, especially for a wolf. As Pounce will sit up straight and will offer her paw.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
You offer your paw. I hold my hand out.
Yep, paw goes in. Gets like almost like a high five, and then paw will go down again.
She gets this odd smirk. She nods. Okay then.
Oh, the other lupus are going to be so angry. Pounce, maybe when you go for the handshake or the high five, you should probably be on 2 legs rather than 4.
Why? His thoughts when no hair gives you food, you give paw.
That's kind of a oh gosh. It's kind of a domesticated thing to do, and I can't speak for every lupus out there, but
You're better than that.
Don't want you to hurt me.
Why would I hurt you?
Because you give food. If I don't give paw, you hurt me.
She gets this confused look across her face. I'm sorry that you've gone through that.
Gone through what?
If that's something you've lived through, I'm sorry.
Not a confused look there.
I look at everybody else, and she kind of gets this look of, well,
That bullshit's not normal.
that's my thought.
I don't see no
Yeah,
bull. I
it's
don't smell no bull.
It's an
Oh no,
expression.
it was a couple of kilometers away. But yeah, no, that's not a thing, really. No one's gonna hurt you if you don't give them a paw. Never heard of that.
who told you that?
Didn't tell.
Who?
No one tell me.
Well, who showed you that that was a thing? Who taught you that?
People in White's place.
Oh. Okay. So, Pals, you don't like weakness, do you?
I'm
You
strong.
don't want to, right? Well,
I will protect not strong.
if you give people your paw in lupus form on 4 legs, the other lupus are going to look at you and think that you're weak because you're domesticated.
Other lupuses don't want pain either.
No, they don't. but they will
So
think
they
that you're
also...
weak.
No, they won't. I've seen many lupus do this. More than one. More than two.
You see Lupus here do that?
Have not seen lupus here. Only seen two legs. Homid.
Have you ever met another Lupus Guru?
Uh, don't know. I've met like me, but then I became big. And they did not.
Yeah, you have. I'm gonna go out gonna not go with the idioms today. I'm guessing that you haven't encountered another Lupus Guru who might see that as an insult and might throat you for it.
Then I throwed them.
I wish you luck in that endeavor.
Yes, I don't need luck.
But you know what luck
Uh,
is?
Yes, I have heard people say luck is like rabbit foot, but I rather have rest of rabbit, not foot.
That's fair.
So, Delia, was it right?
Delia. Close enough.
Delia. No H in there. I got you.
Correct.
So, cub born of the Black Fairies.
It's what I've been told.
And is that your planned destination?
She kind of gets this look of introspection across her face. Sounds good to me.
You
Well,
should
then,
have. Wait, I do have a question for you, Delia.
Yes.
Have you accepted Fenrir as your personal savior?
She looks around. She knows there's a joke being played on her, but she's not entirely sure
you
how.
know, I'm going to let
Don't.
that one slide because you're a ragabash. But I know for a fact that if any of the other Furies heard you do that, they would kill you.
They'd have to catch me first.
So, what is this Fenrir?
I, um, huh. It's another tribal totem. Hmm.
Okay.
They like to fight a lot.
Fair enough.
Um, but they also like to take everything that isn't theirs. They kind of have this old school Northman outlook on what we can take by strength of arms is ours.
She shakes
And
her head, going, okay.
and they're not welcome in this set.
Oh. Well, okay then.
They're also the tribe you were born to, and them aren't very friendly.
Okay then. She shoots him a dirty, dirty, dirty look and steps 2 steps further away from him.
Wait, who? What? Hmm?
Wait, who's she taking steps away from?
The one who asked, or from her. Sorry about that. From the Ragabash.
Well,
I apologize.
from my Ragabash, right?
The one who asked me about Fenrir.
Yeah. Okay.
You up to speed on auspices?
I don't know if I'm up to speed. I've been given some information on them, but not a lot.
Okay.
What is auspiced?
Moon jobs. Pounce.
What is tribe?
Spirit totem that you belong to.
I've been told that I'm Philodox.
Okay, so you're kind of like a referee slash
Mediator, teacher. That's kind of how it was
Teacher.
run down to me.
yeah, judge, jury, sometimes executioner.
Sounds right about down my alley.
Cool. Amani and I are born under the new moon. We are questioners of the ways, those who stick to shadows, and those that well, they don't call the new moon the trickster's moon for nothing.
Okay.
And then Leon over there, man with the beard.
Mm-hmm.
He's a full moon, endowed with all of Luna and Gaia's rage. Warrior.
All right then.
Though I have yet to see it from him, but apparently he's a warrior.
Leon just kind of smiles. He's got a cigarette in his hand.
She just kind of looks between everybody here, trying to take as much information in as possible.
And then Pounce is another cub, but she's a lupus.
Why'd you say it like that?
I don't know.
Lupus.
Sounded like she was thinking as she was speaking.
Shouldn't think while you speak.
Pounce, you want to do that skin change thing and, come up onto two legs?
Why?
So
I
you
can think
can-
slowly like human.
Sure.
But Bounce will slowly get into helmet form.
Atta girl. We gotta think of a human name for you.
Why?
Well, you could go by Pounce in the human world, but people might ask questions.
You can say that's your street name.
Yeah, and then she says that to a cop, and then a cop looks at her and is like, "Oh, street name, really?"
What is a street name?
I'd be more concerned with someone who actually knows what the fuck a street name means and what it implies.
Right? But street name, Pounce, is the name that you get. Is a name that humans get when they
It's
Do
just a
something
frantic
notable.
waving. And Monty's just like, no. She'll
It's
want
like-
one.
It's like it's the closest thing that humans have to deed names.
Ah. Then what is your street name?
I don't have a street name. I have a deed name. And
That is better.
my deed name though, is hysterical sneak attack.
So, how do you achieve one of these deed names?
Do something
Well-
worthy of a deed name.
Generally speaking, after you've had your rite of passage, you are given a deed name. It's something you have to earn.
Does it stay with you forever, or can it change?
I know many Garu that have multiple deed names.
So it's kind of like a nickname, but more important.
Kind of. It helps everyone understand the deeds that you've performed throughout
Pounce
your
is a
life.
deed name. I
It's a
pounced
little
my
bit
bacon.
different. Okay, it's a little different, Pounce, for Lupus and Metis, because you aren't born with a human name, and Wolf who smells like bacon. It's a little long-winded, so usually you end up with just sort of a name that helps kind of express something you do well or something you like or
So
something
kind
that
of like
embodies you.
the Native American thing from Dances with Wolves.
A little bit, yeah.
Without as much cultural appropriation. But yeah.
Without as much cultural appropriation, yes.
Fair enough.
Such as my dean name is Kestrel for the way that I fight.
Okay.
Quick and fast. Yeah. Whereas I have no idea how you got your deed name, Imani, and not gonna lie, Leon. I have no idea what your deed name is.
No, you don't.
And I'm okay with that.
What if he doesn't have one? I've seen that happen.
Everyone gets a deed name when they complete the rite of passage.
That would be why I don't know about them yet.
Yeah, but
I
I've
didn't
seen
know about them yet.
some people from the more merit-based tribes not get them. Like glasswalkers don't always get them.
What is a glasswalker?
City Wolves?
One of the two city wolves. There's two kinds of city wolves.
Explain, please.
Oh,
Basically, each tribe, not only do they have just a ancestral group of people, they also have an ideology. The Glasswalkers' ideology is one of adaptation. Um, they follow technology and live in the cities.
Okay.
they can do some pretty nifty things with nothing more than a cell phone and a Wi-Fi signal.
Can't most techies do that?
Blink.
Most what?
Techie types?
They do it with much less effort, and pretty much anything that gives off a signal or has an electrical charge to it with the lightest bit of PC programming into it, they can bend to their will without directly interfacing. They are really close to the technological spirits of the Umbra.
Okay.
Almost too close at times.
Yeah, they're a
For
little
some
weird.
people.
How you know what tribe you are?
Generally, you pick one. Sometimes one picks you.
Ah,
Sometimes you're kidnapped in the middle of the night and forced to go on a challenge.
That probably won't happen.
I was
Probably.
kidnapped.
Dazzles the Young seems nice.
There were people who took me and brothers and sisters. Was that challenge?
No,
No.
That's something else.
That was something else.
that was something else, but that it answers a lot of questions about you for me.
Oh,
You you have the blood of a tribe, but that tribe isn't from here. They're from further away.
I am from far, far away.
Yes.
Was traveling for a long time. Was going. We were first something that made a lot of noises on an iron track. Then there was salt water smell and moving mountains. And then then we were here in, they call it a truck. It took many
yeah.
moons.
How much do you know about the tribes, Delia?
Not a whole lot. Just the very little bit that Abby has had a chance to explain to me on our trip here. She told me a bit
Okay.
about the Black Fury, and
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty much it, I believe.
Well, in the absence of a dead mother, so there are 13 tribes to speak of. You know of two now, more or less.
Three
Um,
explain Fenrir.
yeah, okay. Fenrir too. Um, so Bone Gnawers, the other city wolves,
Oh, I
they're
met one.
children of, yes, they're children of Rat. They they aren't afraid to live in the deepest, lowest places of the city, and usually they have a better grasp on the underbelly of the city than pretty much any other tribe.
Oh,
Um, they're pretty interesting. Black Furies, obviously. She'll put a hand on her chest. A wonderful
she
tribe.
smiles.
Um, Children of Gaia. Um,
I'm not going to be tested
Children
on
of
this at any point in time, am I?
not initially.
Oh boy, should I be taking notes? She says this in a
Well,
very not sarcastic tone, a very
Oh, Amani will say, Yes, because we'll be giving you pop quizzes.
Can you eat those?
I don't think they'd be very tasty. Most people find them disagreeable.
Oh.
Empty calories.
That sounds about right. So, Child of Gaia.
Children of Unicorn. Essentially, see it like on Petra's face, like she's trying to think of a way to say what she wants to say without being derisive. Peace loving Garu.
She gives you a funny look.
And it's like
Bleeding hearts
They
of
are-
Gaia unite.
She laughs.
But they're good friends, charitable allies, and well, let's face it, they were the ones that put a stop to the Impergium and the War of Rage.
The look of confusion just doubles on her face when you say those.
We'll get to those two things later. That's advanced history.
Yeah,
Ah.
AP history.
For now, just a bookmark in your mind, bad stuff that we did that we're not so proud of.
Okay.
Let's see. After the Children of Gaia, it's the Get. We already talked about them. The Fianna, Children of Stag, all of those that are essentially the leading demographic here. Tale singers and storytellers and brewmasters and keepers of an oral history longer than anyone could possibly know. And some of the most fiercely loyal friends you'll ever have. But
Okay.
also, they have some drawbacks, you know?
Don't we all?
Their passions run deep. It leads them down some paths that are rough.
Oh, pro tip. Never ask them about Metis. Just don't.
She kind of blinks and looks between the two of you. Mental note.
Okay, so
Don't
we'll
ask
book.
about
We'll book.
this.
Yes, I'm actually being 100% serious. Don't do that. They'll get mad.
Okay.
You know what a menace is, right?
Vaguely.
It's something you'll probably have to deal with a lot.
Let's just say that in your cubhood here, if you happen to find a Garu boy that you really like, just
That's not
don't.
allowed.
Yeah, there we go.
I have had the
Philip-
litany explained to me very, very thoroughly.
Okay. Whew. Load off my mind. It's a sore subject for them.
Okay, so I will make a very strong mental note. Don't ask the Fianna about Metis.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll find out from someone else why, but I have a feeling that's a deeper subject than I want to deal with right now.
I like her. She seems smart. Okay,
Thank
next
you.
one, Glasswalkers.
We did Glasswalkers.
Yeah, Glasswalkers. What's next? After the Glasswalkers. Red Talons. I can't really say too much about them because I don't know them.
I've
Children-
never met one.
Neither have I. All I know is they're all lupus. They only want to be lupus, and they hate pretty much everything about humanity.
I heard of like one metis from one set that became a red talon, but that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds like a great group.
They're asshats.
That's not very nice.
That's a renowned paddling.
That looks weird.
You have no idea, Pounce. She pats Pounce on the shoulder. Okay. Next up is if we're going in alphabetical order. Hey, Leon. Talk about your tribe.
Shadow Lords?
Mm-hmm.
I would love to hear what
Yes.
your opinion on the Shadow Lords are. Continue the lesson.
No, we're trying to get you involved. It takes it like they say, it takes a village.
The Shadow Lords have one very, very fundamental philosophy. The strong dominate and the weak submit.
Okay.
Weakness will be the death of us.
Yes.
Okay.
So the Shadow Lords are known for purging the weakness.
Now, is it perceived weakness or just weakness in general?
Weakness in general. Everybody has bad days.
Yeah. I've had a couple of those in my short life.
Shadow Lords believe that everyone should be well rounded. An Arun who's only fight, 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 kill, kill, kill is weak.
Okay. That makes sense.
We tend to be a bit political at times when necessary.
All right. Anything else I should know about Shadow Lords?
We follow Grandfather Thunder.
Okay.
He's a very powerful storm spirit. We have a very, very strict hierarchy. Everyone knows their place. Just like you are a cub. That is your current place. Me, I am Cleoth. I am your better. Until that changes. Whether by you completing your rite of passage and joining me as Cleoth, then we'll be equals.
Okay.
But until that day comes, you are a cub. Pounce, I assume, is also a cub based on the way she speaks. The rest of us are Cleoth, so we are your betters. And the proper term at the end of addressing us is Raya.
So it's kind of like using the suffix you hear in anime for a teacher or a friend.
Yeah, you can go with that. So with me, it'd be Leon Raya. Some people, if you don't use that, you'll get beaten down for it.
Why?
Because you're not showing the proper respect.
Respect is earned.
And they earn that by beating the shit out of you.
Okay.
Or you can avoid it. Assume since they've completed the rite of passage and you are not ready, then they've earned it.
So if I beat the shit out of you, you call me Raya.
You are welcome to try, but you're not allowed.
Why am I not allowed?
Because you're just a cub, and I would kill you.
Once again, I love how I arrive every time you threaten someone. That just makes my life better.
We're discussing rank, and she's a cub.
This is not threatening at all. Like, at least not to pounds. It's like,
For
huh.
the record, you will hear very beautiful 5 successes violin music that heralds the approach of Joshua, who is playing. Hang on, I'm gonna roll high or low. Is he playing something happy or is he playing something sad? High will be happy, low will be sad. Oh! Clearly, I don't know, one of his fangirls broke up with him today. He's sad now. So hashtag groupies. So you know what? He's playing sad, melodious music with 5 successes on his violin as he approaches.
I turn toward
Sad.
the song. Is that normal here?
Yes.
No, it is a Fiona Sept.
Why do I feel like I've stepped into some sort of musical?
Hummets
I'm not going
are,
to do a musical number.
is one hummet that likes to make strange sounds.
It's pretty.
You know what? Fuck it. You know what Pounce is gonna do?
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah. Uh
Let's
oh.
go. At the sound of it, it's like
Yes.
as Joshua looks at Pounce and places his violin in his case. Click, 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 click. He's going to still hold the bow of the violin in his hand, and he'll say, "Oh, well, I didn't expect such musical accompaniment, but then again, you were terribly off pitch, my dear."
What is a pitch?
Something
you
you
don't
will never have.
Shrugs.
Josh?
I look back to Petra.
That's just chuckling.
So,
Told you before about Fiona, our friend Joshua here, is a member of that tribe.
Yep, which means don't ask him.
she gets this really serious look on her face and looks back to Petra. Let's go further down the line of tribes, please.
Okay.
Wait, hang on. They're not asking me what.
Petra's just kind of doing like the whole hand across the throat, like.
He looks at the
gonna do
cub
it.
and his eyes narrow. He says, "What's your name?"
I'm gonna do it.
Yep.
What's whose name?
Your name.
Delia.
It's very nice to meet you, Delia. He extends his hand.
She extends hers right to you.
We'll shake the hand. So,
Confused.
it's very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So, what was it that you're not supposed to say to me about my tribe?
You see her shake her head and go, mm-mm.
Amani comes through and says, "Oh, I told her not to ask you about Metis."
Damn it, Tim.
Oh God! Now I've got to fucking roll a fucking self-control check. Fucking intolerance Metis.
Yes. Yes.
It's almost as if
Fight.
it's almost as if Amani planned it. I'm gonna roll my willpower. I'm gonna say it's gonna be difficulty 6. Wow, he's composed as fuck.
In the process of doing that willpower roll, Petra's just gonna look to Amani and be like, "Are you happy now?"
So, may I ask, why is it that you wish to talk about the sin, the abomination, the wrath, and the reign of our people? And that's why. We're
Well,
educating
she
her
kind of
on
gives
the.
that look of, and I'm glad I kept my mouth shut.
What is
We
magic?
were educating her on the.
Wait, she's
ins and
not
outs
one of them, is
information.
she?
No.
No.
Oh, good.
No.
I'm not sure if we
Okay.
have. I'm not sure if we have spare cages. I can check though.
Can you
Oh.
eat it?
No, you can't. That's like high up on the list of litany things not to do. Eating another
Oh,
Garu.
if it wasn't the litany that was protecting them, the sacred word of Gaia that she gave to her children, we'd murder stomp them all to death.
Josh,
Yes.
do you want to play another song?
Yes. I'm trying to think of how he can make a guitar. I'm trying to think how he can make a violin song sound angry, but by God, he does.
I mean, that is definitely possible because you can
Yes.
play
Very
notes in
possible.
one.
You know what? He's gonna
I'm not even
play. He's gonna play something from Slipknot on his. He's gonna play Duality on his violin.
Oh
That's
my
how
God.
angry he is right now.
Amani looks over to Delia, almost as if she has sufficiently taught Delia a lesson now, and nods.
Pound still looks very confused at all this.
Confusion.
When you start playing Slipknot, Leon pulls out his guitar, goes, "I know that song," and starts playing.
Yeah.
Oh God.
He plays on his guitar with 5 successes.
Yes.
It's like
I
he
mean,
started to
you
howl.
guys just want to make Pounds howl along now, don't you?
And Leon begins singing the song with 5 successes.
Excellent.
Lost control of the situation. Okay, speaking a little bit louder. Over the
I
music.
step closer when I see that you're going to continue.
Yes, more tribes
So-
starting.
After that
Keeping them
are the
in sight, though.
After that are the Silent Striders.
Leon has a very deep, booming voice. He has enchanted voice.
Nice.
It's loud. But very good.
So she'll say, "Okay, that means it's my turn. All right."
Higher, higher. Stage voice. You did this. You did this.
I have a better idea. Come on,
Hold on a
everyone.
second. By the way, Imani, you're getting a new deed name, which is when I will eventually go get around to it. It's going to be tell shit to come. Continue. No. Talk shit to cubs. Continue.
She's cool with it. So Amani will basically kind of gather Delia and Pounce all together like they're doing a fucking group huddle in football, American football. Have to make that clarification here.
Oh yes.
And she's gonna say, "All right, so Silent Striders, we're basically travelers, wanderers. We don't really like to stick to one place for very long. We like to bounce in between a lot of places and kind of take care of things as we come across them."
Okay.
Blink. Why do you not stay in own territory then?
We can't.
Why not?
We're doing all the wrong questions today.
No, she's actually going to answer this one. She's going to answer this one. She's going to say, "We were cursed by vampires a very long time ago, so that way we could not."
You were cursed by whom?
Vampires. Yes, vampires are real. Also, fuck vampires. Literally murder them. All of
What is
them.
a vampire?
You know what a corpse is?
Yes, it's
A
food.
walking corpse that drinks blood.
Right.
Like
Something that's died that has come back
Twilight?
to life. No. Well, no. At least not the tales that I've been told.
No, unfortunately. But they laid a curse upon the Silent Striders that they could never find rest in their homelands in Egypt.
So you're from Egypt?
No, I'm from New York.
Dangerous place.
Hella. But, yeah, I've never actually been to Egypt, though I do have quite a strong Egyptian heritage.
So, after the Children of Owl, Silverfangs, Would-Be Kings, Children of Falcon, Stargazers.
Just gonna jump right quick over Silverfangs.
Well, Lord knows I'd jump right quick over them, but that's neither here nor there.
Have you ever seen the Tudors?
I don't have an opportunity to watch a whole lot of television.
Did you watch Game of Thrones?
No, my dad decided to bash my head into my TV, so no.
Should we go
Oddly
kill
enough,
your dad? Should we go kill your
Oddly
dad?
enough,
Oh, he's very dead.
I just
Oh,
point out,
is
oddly
he?
enough,
She perks up.
though
me
Game
like-
of Thrones oddly enough also captures the sister fucking element of the Silver Fangs, but that's neither here nor
And there
there.
it is.
Continue.
I was hoping we no one would go there, but
There's a lot of
Nightingale's
bad
not there.
blood between the Silver Fangs and the Fianna.
Yeah, should have thought about that. Yeah.
I personally embrace the love and affectionate rule of our High King. Long may he rule the nation.
All right.
There's just so much malice when he says that. You could literally cut it with a knife, like, ooh, here's some malice. Ooh,
It
here's some
drips.
more malice.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Petra's back kind of goes a little bit straight and her hair bristles a bit.
Okay.
Remember that conversation we had about hierarchy?
Yes.
What you just witnessed was someone on the second rung of the ladder insulting the one holding the entire ladder up.
Mm-hmm.
I could not disagree with you more. I think that High King Albrecht does an excellent job. He is our true and wonderful ruler.
Oh, in response to that, Amani's going to look over to Leon and say, "Oh, so how's Konietzko doing?"
Ooh.
Looks like someone's having fun pushing buttons.
Kestrel is just very rigidly going to place an arm on either side of his shoulders and begin to move her about 10 feet away.
Yep,
It is not my place to discuss such things, and it is certainly not your fucking place either.
I mean, he's just right over there.
Stop talking.
Points east.
Pounce, come here. Come here, Pounce. Pounce, come here.
You hobbits are weird.
I strongly suggest you change the fucking subject.
So, next tribe.
Stargazers.
Stargazers.
This has been some delicious high quality treason.
I don't know much about stargazers. I've never met one. I know that they hail from the east, and I know that they follow Chimera as their totem.
I don't think the Stargazers know very much about the Stargazers. That's kind of their whole point, finding themselves. It seems to be their shtick.
More.
Are you even around anymore?
I
Is she?
don't honestly know.
Like I met one a few years ago. I don't know if they're still around.
Well, I mean, collectively, I think we've met some more stargazers than we have red talons. So there you go.
So they're kind of few and far between?
In these parts, yes.
They're common in Asia, China, Tibet, Nepal, that kind of place.
I told there used to be more of them, but something happened. I don't know what.
No one's really willing to talk about it all that much, so we don't ask.
Seems to
They
be a
found
lot of
better real
private
estate and moved.
subjects.
Probably.
I'm curious what out of character happened to them because Evan doesn't know.
Oh, out of character, they fucked off to join the Beast Courts.
Yeah.
Yep. They said, "See ya."
I mean, considering the Henyoke are like 20
Yeah.
times, considering the Henyoke are like 20 times cooler than the nation, I can understand this perspective.
And this is where I spread a little bit of salt on Venny. I love my con
Hey!
Venny. I love my con Venny.
They are pretty cool.
Okay, so up next are the Uktena. I don't know much about the Uktena. I've never met an Uktena in my life.
Abby mentioned that the Uktena and the Wendigo
Wendigo.
Yeah.
You got it right.
okay, are over in the States.
Yeah, you see
And
them a
they're
lot
not
in
over
America.
here.
They're I think what's the term they use for themselves? Pure Land?
They can fuck off with that. Nothing.
They were the indigenous tribes of North America before colonization happened.
And
It's a rather sore subject for them. There's another group that you don't really want to mention, like the Geta Fenris and
The most I
Okay.
know is Uktena kind of deal in magical secrets and forbidden lore and all that good stuff. The Wendigo, they're really angry, and they like
the,
conditioning.
the Wendigo feel the sting of colonization as if it happened yesterday. And they feel a strong amount of resentment towards certain tribes for what had happened to them.
All right.
And as a result, they tend to be a bit more isolated.
and the Uctina venture too close to the worm.
If
the
they
Uktena are a little bit more outgoing, though. They I've understood it that they accept all kinds.
they accept many indigenous peoples that
Diverse backgrounds.
Their philosophy of fight fire with fire is
but
dangerous to say the least.
they dabble in powerful things and sometimes even strange things in order to fight stranger things.
After all, what's the greatest way to kill a monster but with another monster?
Yes, but don't you worry about becoming a monster yourself?
Therein lies the crux of the conundrum that my dear friend over here has just alluded to, that they fly very close to the fucking sun.
Some say too close,
Mm-hmm.
and there should be investigations done. But again, those are things for our betters to decide.
All
It-
right.
How can a
Maybe-
wolf fly close to the sun?
It's a turn of phrase, Pounce.
Good idea.
I think we're
Just
missing a
because-
tribe somewhere.
Pounce looks slightly disappointed.
Belnars, Black Furies, Children of Gaia, Fianna, Get, Glasshawkers, Red Talon, Shadowlord, Silent Striders, Silverfangs, Stargates, Lieutenant Wendigo. Those are
Nope, we got them.
those. Yeah, those are the tribes of the nation.
So,
So,
Okay.
how are we joining a tribe?
You pick
Well,
one seems like it most suits you, or ones whose tents ring clearest to you, I believe.
Yep, generally it's either that or a tribe picks you. Either way, the tribe's totem spirit would have to accept you. And each tribe has its own way of performing their rite of passage.
We get absolutely, quantifiably, and wodociously shit-faced.
After like what? There's isn't there a certain amount of time where you don't do that? Or you can't do that?
Yes, technically, but then again, there are many times where we are encouraged to do that.
Right.
See, alcohol's
And
not a good thing for me. No thanks.
how do you pick?
Alcohol is a great thing for everyone. I've had many a good time with the Fiona.
There you go.
How do you pick what you do? Like Trickster Moon or
You're born
That,
under
Judge Moon?
You're born
That
under it.
yeah,
It's chosen for you.
Oh,
it's already been determined. The moon that you were born under determines your auspice.
So we don't get to pick
you're
that.
my eyes were closed when I was born.
There are ways to find out. Don't worry, Pounce. We'll get you in touch with one of our mystics, a Theurge, a crescent moon, who can likely help you with that. For instance, Leon over here, born under a full moon. I was born under a new moon, like my other friend here, and you were born under a half moon. And Joshua was born under a gibbous moon. Aside from a Theurge, I think everybody's represented here.
What are Theurge jobs? That's one I don't believe that was explained to me at all.
For lack of a better term, spirit talkers, mystics,
Hashtag.
magicians,
I was gonna say you're a wizard, Harry.
or that.
See, everyone thinks I'm of the age to know Harry Potter. I've never seen the movies, never read the books.
I'm gonna take you to the motherfucking cinema. That is all. Continue with life.
What is a cinema?
I'll also take you to the motherfucking cinema, though. Then again, I'm gonna
I
make sure you
don't know if
fight me.
that's such a good idea for her just yet.
maybe a good idea to maybe bring her some DVDs or show her some Netflix.
You should probably
Maybe,
do it
maybe
in
start off
a controlled
slow.
environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems fair.
I don't know how much a cinema's movie screen costs these days, but I would imagine it's a lot.
I mean,
I mean, who said that we were going to pay to see it?
Oh God, here we go again. Okay. So, let's see. One,
It's still a shock
two.
to someone who's probably never seen it before.
Oh no, he's. I think he's correct. You don't want veil breaches and such.
Yeah. So, on top of the 13 tribes of the nation, there are some lost tribes that you may wish to know about.
Okay.
One of the reasons the Wendigo and the Uktena are kind of iffy about colonial Garu is the loss of one of their tribes over there. The Crow.
Croatan.
Yeah, Croatan. I don't know what tribe or what totem they followed, but they were lost because of something that happened during the Jamestown era, I think.
All right.
Australia used to have its own breed of Garu, the Bunyip. They are no longer around. And then there were
That third one.
then there were the Scottish werewolves.
watching. She's watching Joshua for that reaction.
Joshua, because I've been told I have to do this, I have to roll my rage. Give me a second. Because Joshua does have enough rage to frenzy.
Oh boy, oh yeah, 4. We need to look up what moon it is. We need to look up
It's
what moon it is.
it is a
Fucking
gibbous
hell.
moon.
Oh
No. It's a waxing crescent. I'm sorry.
Oh God, thank you.
That's just mean.
Why would it have been so much worse if it was my moon's auspice?
Yes, it's
Yes,
right.
it
Two
dropped.
difficulty.
Yeah, and
Yeah, so I think you would have been at like diff 3 or 4.
you would be at diff 4 because, and it's also because like your the stance of the moon kind of changes what difficulty it is to frenzy.
So what is the current difficulty for me?
The it was a crescent moon, right, guys?
Yeah.
Diff 7. Yeah.
Nope.
A little bit angry.
You will see. His head kind of drops really, really low, and you know what? I'll be dramatic. He crushes his guitar. He crushes his violin bow in his hand, like snaps it, and he says in a very low voice, "Don't mention them."
The Cubs got to learn about them.
Maybe you can teach me about them later?
Then let the den mother teach them. That's their job. Don't fucking mention them.
Leon will slowly put his guitar down and kind of square his feet in case he needs to jump in and prevent someone from dying.
God,
Mostly
if you were
just gonna
skipping
look
one,
at
that's
the
all the
violin.
slides.
On a yeah, because Lindsay helped me with this. Joshua's tragic backstory TM.
Okay. Bounce is just gonna look at the violin and it's like, huh, the wooden howling box is gone.
Should probably change the
well-
subject again.
You know what? Joshua has very little animalistic about it, but at the box, he didn't break the violin. He just broke the violin bow. So he broke
Oh.
because like he doesn't have the strength to physically shatter a violin in his hand, but he can snap the bow.
Not in that form.
Not in that form. But he lets out a very low snarl and kind of upturns his lips a little bit.
So, Delia, did you ever get a chance to watch the Marvel movies?
No.
Those were really good.
Like I said, I didn't have a whole lot of opportunity to do such as that. I was more worried about getting my face pounded in by my dad.
Yeah,
Keeping my mom
we
from
should-
getting hers done.
I know he's dead, but give me a few months. We can give you some closure.
Oh, I got lots of closure.
Did you murder him in your first change?
Yes,
About
I
10
did.
pints. About 10 pints of closure.
Offers a high five.
I give a kind of reluctant one, but I do give one.
There's a certain morbidity to being a garter that you're going to have to adjust to.
I'm seeing this. I don't remember much of it. I just remember a lot of blood afterwards.
I was in a mosh pit for my first change.
For the record, you will notice that Joshua has cleaned up his guitar bow, and he has picked up his case, and he's walked away. Walk.
Some
So-
hurts just don't diminish with time.
So,
So,
so am I.
That was awkward.
kind of forget that there are probably still family histories up here that are a little bit closer to that subject than are from my neck of the woods.
Okay.
Now that he's not here, the third lost tribe were known as the White Howlers. Kind of another shame to the nation, because when they asked for help, they didn't get it.
Why would they not receive help if they asked?
Because they tried to dive straight into the heart of the worm.
Okay, I've heard this phrase a few times, and I haven't been given a whole lot of information on it. Just I know it's bad. So
Do you know about the
I again heard that term before, but don't have a lot of information on it.
Okay.
Wild Weaver and the Worm are the triad, celestial gods, basically, of the highest order, even above such powerful entities as Gaia and Luna and Helios. So there's the Wild, which embodies chaos and creation. The Weaver, which represents order and stability. And then the Worm, which at a time stood for death and destruction, sort of a perfect cycle. The Wild creates, the Weaver gives order, the Worm destroys. However, the Weaver went a little bit insane, trapped the Worm in its pattern web, and the Worm was trapped basically in the stasis of reality and went insane. And because it went kind of crazy, it became more of a god of corruption.
Okay.
And all of the
Now,
things that
I have a quick question. You used the word like gods and that. Is this figurative or is this like real?
Not in the god
Yes.
way you're thinking of.
Yeah, it's
They're more
spirit.
forces,
Yeah,
just unbound forces.
kind of think of
So,
the triad as gods in the sense that they are limitless, boundless entities of primordial elements.
All right.
But everything that we fight against, generally speaking, are agents of the Worm. Sometimes we deal with agents of the Weaver as well, because the Weaver is still kind of crazy and wants to put everything into a perfectly ordered stasis, which is not good for creation.
one of these days you should ask a Theurge of rank to go into the Umber with you so they can show you the city.
Yeah.
Bottom line is, everyone's got a job. I'm the warrior, the Ragabashas, test things, and the Theurges do spirits. In the end, everyone's job, everyone in the nation's job, is to fight the worm in all of its form.
Okay, that I've
That is a
heard.
werewolf's job. That is why you exist.
Okay.
Yeah. The black spiral dancers are
Growl. Traitors.
they were what the White Howlers became.
So all black spiral dancers are white howlers?
No.
White
No.
Howlers don't exist.
That's
They're
why
gone.
I'm asking. I'm asking for clarification.
White Howlers don't exist. They're gone.
Okay, then are there black spiral dancers still?
Yes, a lot of them.
Yes.
So how
They're all
does that
fucking
work?
traitors and need to be destroyed to the last one.
They are probably the most numerous of all of the Garu tribes.
To answer your question, Elliot, no. They're not, they don't all have the blood of what used to be. Some
They were
of
the ones
them,
that started it.
right.
You can become a black spiral dancer. It's what some people are afraid might happen to the Utina if they keep doing what they're doing.
Okay, that makes sense now.
The worm corrupts, and the worm can corrupt Garu. A corrupted Garu is a black spiral dancer. They're traitors to the nation. A scourge on everything we believe, and they all deserve to be destroyed to the last individual.
They're a tainted Garu that's beyond redemption.
Okay.
Once you dance the spiral, it's over. There's no going back.
So there's no redemption whatsoever for them?
None.
As
Okay.
the only way I
Get
know that
that
you
thought
can
out of your head. It's kill them on sight.
All right. I look
redemption
to Petra for that.
implies. Pardon?
I look to Petra for clarification, and
Redemption requires a willingness to atone for your sins. The spirals, once they've danced the spiral, are beyond that.
I will point out, for the sake of, well, knowing one's enemy, there is a difference between a corrupted werewolf and a black spiral dancer.
True.
A black
Okay.
spiral dancer has to specifically dance the spiral. A corrupted Garu can happen from, well, bad Johnson to certain realms or just exposure to certain energies.
How do you know if Garu is corrupted?
There are gifts that can help.
Yes.
And there's a reason why everyone who enters the sept gets cleansed. It's not for
There's
ritual purpose.
there's the tenet in the litany. You shall not let the cairn be tainted or violated. There are 13 tribes who follow the litany. For every tenet in the litany, there is an individual stance, so to speak, on it. Some will enforce it one way, some will enforce it the other, some choose to interpret the meaning. But preventing a cairn from being violated is the one thing that all tribes agree on to the letter.
But how do I know if something or someone is a black spiral or is
is there something that
contaminated?
screams I'm a black spiral about said person?
Well,
They generally look fucked up. Like, really fucked up.
I'm like a meth addict?
Yes.
a meth addict on meth.
Think
And
more like
crack.
John Carpenter.
That's
I'm
actually
sorry, I
that's
didn't
actually
catch that.
really
What was
good.
that?
Sometimes it's pretty obvious, like in John Carpenter's The Thing.
Does
She
their hair
gives
smell
you a
funny?
blank stare when you reference that.
She doesn't watch movies.
Maybe
She really needs to
maybe
watch that
pull
movie.
away. We pull away from the pop culture references for now.
It's a great
To
fucking
answer
movie.
your question, Pounce, there's actually it is a great movie. Pounce, there is a gift that does that.
Not the remake, though.
That allows you to smell worm taint. But generally speaking, spirals, if they're not using some means of obfuscation,
I know that
um, they look pretty rough. Oily fur,
so it's draining to
boils.
them.
Burn patches, boils, blisters.
Pounce
So
will
they
look very suspicious at Imani's hair.
so they look like the corruption that has taken hold of them.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
A lot of times, yes.
Okay.
Unfortunately, no system in place to prevent infestation of a sept is 100%. Because if it was, then there wouldn't need to be a litany about it.
True.
So one thing you should probably know, Delia, is if you break that tenet of the litany, and if you even if you didn't do it willingly, if there was a taint on you that you didn't know about, or you brought an object that was tainted into the heart of the cairn, that can mean your life.
So get things checked out before you bring them on site.
Yes, it's
Fair enough.
extremely important. You may not be killed, but there are quite a few that would say that you've given up your right to life.
And this is where the auspice comes into play. The
Okay.
Your
Philodoctors would
abilities.
judge you.
All right.
They would decide your fate.
Are there tomes to study to learn these laws more fully? Like, School of Law?
I don't know what kind of facilities the Den Mother here had, but back at the Sept of Bygone Visions, where I came from, there were. Granted, you couldn't take them off Sept because the litany.
Don't want anyone finding them that does not need to see them.
Breaching the veil.
Yes.
Breaching the veil, yes.
It's a question for your dead mother.
Yeah.
I will have to ask.
But outside of Garu law and things like that, there's plenty of things that the three of us can teach you too, if you want to learn.
I'm willing to learn just about anything that's out
Sorry.
there to learn.
No,
Sorry,
your
I didn't
hair
catch you.
does not smell like worm. Does not smell like that place where I was. I do not know if that is worm. Mr.
Yeah,
Pounce has been sniffing on Imani's hair. Sorry. Just to clarify. And I had 3 successes on a sense worm.
This is
Ryan,
like
when
an
was the last time?
OC comment, because I don't know the answer to it, but is there like a residual bit of worm taint that rests on people?
If you're in the Sept, it's assumed that
Yeah.
you've had your rite of cleansing.
So you always get just a little bit on you when you enter the real world, like into the
Yeah.
city. You
There's
always get
always a
something.
little bit, yeah. Like
Okay.
it sticks to you like cigarette smoke would stick to you even if you don't smoke, but you go to a bar or something where people smoke. Yeah.
Gotcha. So if you do sense worm, there's always a little bit. So if you take a little bit, it's not like I'll kill that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's just my personal clarification. Sorry.
But yeah, there are things that Amani and I can teach you. There are things that Leon can teach you. There are
What
things that
can you
Joshua can
teach?
teach you.
I want to
Who's she
learn
asking that to?
things. Just general, like she's looking at all of you. Like, what can you teach?
I can teach you how to fight on 2 legs.
Yes, I want to learn.
It can be a bit disorienting. I remember learning how to fight on 4. The balance is way off. You kind of have to unlearn your way of fighting on 4 legs to learn it on 2. Your center of gravity is different. It's awkward.
Yes, so you don't have a tail. It's difficult.
I can teach you a bit about our tribe.
That would be fantastic.
I can also teach you how to properly defend yourself with a weapon, or or if you're much more if you prefer a more archaic way of fighting, I can teach you how to use a bow.
This is all dependent on whether or not the Den Mother views us as acceptable to teach. Because it is not our place, it is the Den Mother's place to decide who teaches what to whom.
She
Like
kinda
a real. I'm getting like a real lawful neutral vibe off of you, Leon.
Yeah.
In the Shadow Lords, your place in life is literally beaten into you.
Yeah, but you're not on Shadow Lord set.
And if you wish to circumvent the Den Mother and teach the cubs whatever you wish at any time, then be my guest.
I might just do that.
I'll grab the popcorn.
Who said that you were invited?
I don't normally respond to invitations. I go where I please. Unless the better of mine is told not to go.
Well, no one's told me to not teach the cub. That's what I thought. She turns back to Delia with a smirk.
I'm not going to have this argument of logic with a Ragabash. It'll lead to nowhere.
She's gonna lean close to Delia and just kind of whisper, "There's a lot of space up there. Don't worry about it, kid."
She nods and kind of smiles a little bit. So, archery? And she smiles.
Petra will gesture over to the nearby table and open up her bag and a long tube sitting next to it and pull out a bow and string the bow.
She watches with eager interest.
And
Let me see bounds of curiosity, but you will probably look as well. Because it's interesting. She does not have curiosity.
And
I look over at Petra and says, if you aim that bow at me, I'm going to break it over your head.
You know, that was last night. Today is today.
I'm saying it because of last night. If you aim that bow at me, I'm breaking it over your head. That's your warning.
Aw, see, Leon, you do like me. And she'll look down the shaft and let's see. Where's she gonna shoot this? Hey, Tim.
Mm-hmm.
Amani wearing anything like hoopy? Like an earring or anything like that?
Oh no, she ain't bringing her hoops. She ain't bringing her hoop earrings on set. She got them. She ain't bringing
Do
them.
it. Hit her ear. I want to see it so bad.
So she's going to put a.
Don't get it
She's gonna
twisted.
put
I have some luxurious earrings, but
she'll put a arrow through Amani's hair.
Just kind of
2 successes.
wide-eyed.
As she knocks and then very quickly draws and looses and and it just goes right through Amani's hair into the tree, probably about 20 or 30 yards behind her.
Okay, then. Just kind of blink, 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 shock.
Amani looks at her hair. Look. All right, I see it's like that. Got it.
Listen, they were smooth tips. They weren't razor tips. You didn't lose any hair. I know how important that is. It's okay.
She's gonna look around and make sure none of her hair fell out.
I prefer iron or steel-tipped arrows without wedges. They penetrate deeper.
And so,
Okay.
upon noticing that none of her hair actually came out, she'll throw a thumbs up and say, "We're good."
Well, okay then. So how do you aim that thing?
I aim for where I want to hit.
I hope so.
She'll hand you the bow.
She looks very awkward holding it. She tries to hold it like you were. She probably has it in the wrong hand.
Petra will help her adjust a little bit. So the important thing is don't draw until you're ready to shoot.
Okay.
Try and be relaxed.
There's not a whole
Don't
lot of
hold your-
relax to her right now. She's about as stiff as a board.
The important thing is don't hold your breath.
Okay,
Just like
breathing's
drawing and
important.
holding. Yeah. You want to always loose an arrow on your exhale.
You can hear her forcefully exhale. Like she's almost super concentrating on her breathing.
Just look down the shaft and then beyond it.
Okay. Is
And
there
then-
something that she can fire at in the middle distance?
It's probably the tree that she'd hit previously. May have a stray black hair or two on it.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
I would be very,
Oh,
very
boy.
careful and aim in a very different direction of where someone might be.
Oh, trust me. Amani's direct is behind Elia.
Pounce is almost on top of her, but still behind her. She's still looking very
Out of
interested.
character, it's pronounced Delia.
Delia.
Delia. My bad.
Delia.
All right.
Like I'm going to deal you some cards. It's my actual real name.
Oh, okay.
I just never use it in real life, so I figured, why not?
That's legit.
She tries to aim at a tree that is away, as far away from someone as absolutely possible. Because she's heard about stray arrows hitting people. She's visibly shaking while she's holding this. Does not seem very comfortable holding a weapon of any kind right now.
Just try and relax. The more nervous you are, the harder it's going to be.
And she tries to relax. She concentrates on a point. I think I got it. Now what?
She'll hand you an arrow. Knock.
She fumbles with the arrow. Drops it probably. Picks it up and tries again. She sets her shoulders and tries to relax and aims. Okay.
Draw.
She pulls back on the string. This hurts a lot.
Loose.
And let's go with the string.
Dex archery, though, I suppose for you it'd just be Dex -1.
Okay, give me one moment. I got a 9 and a 2.
Standard difficulty is 6. I'd say you hit. Maybe not well, but it's not off target. Not bullseye, but not off target.
She gets this look of, aha, I did it. And she hands you the bow back. Thank you.
Petra takes it with a big beaming smile.
She just has this grin on her face. So, yeah. Okay, quick question. What is there to eat around here?
Do you like Nando's?
Do I like what?
Nando's.
What is a mando?
Nando. Nando.
What is a nando?
You from the States, right?
Louisiana.
Okay, then.
She does not have any sort of Southern accent whatsoever.
The Monty will find that weird, but she must find that weird.
It's like O'Tully's or McDonald's.
Okay, I've had
better.
McDonald's.
I fucking love Nando's.
Wait, where are those?
In town.
Let's go. Who's paying? She gives kind of a sheepish grin.
I can pay. I got it.
Petra just remains amused, or very amused and quiet over anybody owing a Bragabash any amount of money. But yeah, they'll get permission to take you offset. We'll see if they can take Pounce, if Pounce wants to go.
This should be a character.
I was gonna say, I'm not quite sure if you would get permission. Pounce, I think Pounce would be
say
interested.
that they go for permission, and if they get it, Cool. If not, they'll bring it back.
Although Pounce is very interested in learning how to fight from Leon, so she's also more than fine of just staying behind with Leon and learning how to fight.
Yep. Amani will look over to Pounce and say, if you ever want to learn more about how to interact with cities, because you'll have to learn at some point, I can show you how to do that. I won't be showing you how to talk to people, because that's not, no. But can at least show you how basic things work.
Show me how to walk in city. Yes. Yes, I want to learn how to walk in human dens.
She nods and throws a thumbs up.
So, food.
All of the food.
All
Yeah,
of the
sure.
time.
Yeah, I'm curious about Mando's.
Yes.
I say we get an absolutely ridiculous amount of food.
I can do this. How ridiculous are we talking here?
She'll reach into her pocket and produce the equivalent of $50.
Oh. What are the rest of you going to eat then? That's enough for one of us.
Luckily for you, she pulls out another 50 euros. Or quid.
All right.
I don't know what the hell they use. Still learning.
They use euros here. I got them converted over at customs.
Awesome. And I think, is there anything anyone else wants to do?
I'm good.
Then I think,
No,
I
good.
think we'll call that a scene.
Yes. Thank you, players, for playing, and watchers for watching. This was another scene for Dublin in Dark, something like that. Yeah, bye.